Hey y'all, it's Charlie Worsham, and today I want to show you how to play my song, Fist Through This Town, on the acoustic guitar. Living in an attic, working in a basement, scraping it together, pray we make the pavement. Got my hero on the wall, whiskey I can drink, a place to sit and wonder why I don't get paid to think. I wanna put my fist through this town. Knock it to the ground. I ain't a killer, but I'd let that bastard drown. I wanna put my fist through this town. She undresses in the dark, barely burning fire. After a long night of short tips from the drunks and the vampires, man, it ain't no fair fight at all. It's a kick in the teeth. She'd be the queen of these godforsaken streets if it was up to me. I wanna put my fist through this town. I ain't a fighter, but I'd knock it to the ground. I'd let that bastard drown. I wanna put my fist through this town. Through this town, I ain't a fighter, but I'd knock it to the ground. Yes, I would. I ain't a killer, but I'd let that bastard drown. I wanna put my fist through this town. All right, y'all, so let's get started with the intro to this song. First of all, Fist Through This Town is in the key of C. The main chords are C, F, G, with some A minor in there. So this is how I tend to play the C chord when I'm playing this song. There are different ways to play the C chord, but what's helpful about having your ring finger on the top E string on the 3rd fret there, and your pinky tucked just beneath it on the A string 3rd fret, middle finger hammering on and off the second fret of the D string, open G string, open bottom E string, and then first finger in between there on the B string first fret. What's helpful is you got the whole range, all 6 strings that you can strum. Say when you're in the chorus and you want a big sound, I want to put my fist. But also if you want to create that rhythm that you hear at the top of the song with a more closed off strumming pattern, you can go and use your right palm, sort of this part of your palm, to deaden those top strings a bit. And then if you notice the pattern I'm playing, if I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, the accents are on 1, the and of 2, and beat 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1 and 2, and 3, and 4. 1 and 2, and 3, and 4. And then you're just hammering on with that middle finger on the D string second fret. And then when you're switching, once we get into this verse here, you're going to do the same thing, but on the 4 chord, which is an F chord. Now, this brings up some controversy. Some guitar players, when you're playing these bar chords or chords based on a bar chord, especially like the F chord, they believe, put that first finger down, never let your thumb sort of reach over. But personally, I think it's a useful thing to have. Of course, you want to have good posture when you're playing guitar, especially with that left hand and of course your right hand. But what's useful here is I've got my thumb reaching over to catch that first fret of the E string for the root note of the 4 chord, the F chord, right? And then right where I had my ring finger and my pinky, I just shift that down 1 set of strings. Ring finger 3rd fret of the A string, of course with the thumb, remember, 1st fret E string, and then just beneath it on the D string 3rd fret is my pinky. Same thing with my middle finger here. It's now hammering on and off the 2nd fret of the G string, and my first finger is pressing down the 1st fret of the B and E strings. So that's how you get your, when we move to the verse. So let's talk about the verse, right? You get the song started just holding that C chord. And then you start singing. Living in an attic, working in a basement, F chord. See my thumb? Back to the C. Scraping it together, pray we make the payment. That's a nice little addition there on the got my hero on the wall. Shifting that middle finger to create some movement. Whiskey I can drink. Right? One more back to the C. Place to sit and wonder. Big G chord. Why don't get paid to think? Now with this G chord, that gets us into the chorus, but with this G chord, you get another opportunity here for some nice melodic movement, even though you're still playing rhythm. So you can always go, why don't get paid to think? And just strum your G chord with that 1, 2, and 4 pattern. Or you can take, you got your ring finger, 3rd fret of the top E string, pinky down here, 3rd fret of the bottom E string. If you'll notice I'm letting my ring finger rest on the A string, so it kind of, you're not getting any notes there because you don't want this. You want this, right? So just mute that A string with the flesh of your ring finger. And then if you want to get fancy, what I do is, why don't get paid to think sus? And how I play that do is I'm starting with the first finger, 1st fret B string to create a G sus. Then let that finger go for an open G. Then take your middle finger, kind of like you do on your F chord, 2nd fret of the G string, next note down on the scale, right? And then let it back open for that 4th note of the series. So you go, why don't get paid to think? Now we're in the chorus. I want to put my fist through this town. Same chords, C and F, but now they're more open and you can dig in harder. I ain't a fighter, but I knock it to the ground. This time to a G. Now you can do that if you want. I ain't a killer, but I let that bastard back to F, drown. Back to C. I wanna put my fist, G chord, through this town. Now pull back a little bit because we're going back to verse land. And if you're singing this in front of some friends in the living room or around a campfire, what I like to do sometimes, draw people in before you go into the next verse. Just camp out here, tell people the story, or not, your preference. So now we're up to the second verse. We've learned the intro, the first verse, and the chorus. Second verse and second chorus are just like the first and second verse and chorus. But at the end of the second chorus, we're going to change things up as we go into a solo. And here's where that A minor chord comes in. So here's the end of chorus 2. I want to put my fist through this town. 2, 3, 4, A minor. Still with that 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and F chord. Back to A minor. 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Back to F. Now I learned this trick from Tom Petty. Here's the 5. So let's go over that, the end of the solo, where you play your G chord, open, and play a big first strum there, right? But then, with every strum, put your index finger on and off the first fret of the B string to create that moving tension, that melodic line between the G and the G sus. And throughout that whole bar of G, I want you to strum every eighth note, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, alternating between those two, and then use that whole bar as a crescendo to create some drama. So, we're halfway through the solo. A minor to F. We've already done this once before. Here comes the G. And we're back to the chorus. I won't put my fist through this town. Let's play through this chorus. I ain't a fighter, but I knock it to the ground. Here's our movement. I ain't a killer, but I let that bastard drown. Now things are gonna change. I wanna put my fist, you sing the melody up higher, through this A minor again, down to a 4, F chord. I wanna put my fist through this town. Now you have an option here. It's a C. You see how I'm playing quietly? F back to the C. Sometimes when I play the song acoustically, I like to bring the volume down after the last line I sing to end the song in a more gentle place. But sometimes you want to rock out, and like we did on the recording with the full band, we're just jamming out right to the end, man. And you know what? Player's choice. Let your heart be your guide. Depends on how much frustration you got in your heart, maybe how many drinks you've had, maybe how many people you're playing for. But you can't play it wrong. As long as you're following your heart, you're going to play that song the best way that your heart knows how to play it. That's how to play Fist Through This Town on the acoustic guitar. Happy picking out there, y'all.